My mentality is like, I don't lose mentality. And that's with anything. That's not just like, say, a sporting event or whatever. That's just life, right? Because life is nonstop tests, you know what I mean? And we're always being put to the test. There's always challenges, obstacles, etc. And I literally don't accept any of that as an impediment, as a negative. It's like, good, this is gonna make me stronger.
The best advice that I could give you on success is to know that success is merely the hangover of failure. And that failure is an essential ingredient in creating a learning atmosphere for you so that you can accrue those learnings, those small incremental steps of failure, and collect enough learning so that you can arrive at success, right? I think we're taught in the system that failure is something that you should be ashamed of. Failure is for the dumb kids because you get an F or you get a D, right? You're not competent. You didn't comply. You didn't create the evidence of your worthiness. And I could tell you as someone who's successful, right? Both financially and from a wealth creation point of view, but more importantly, a wealth that matters, that success doesn't look like an A+. It doesn't look like 110 in extra credit. And failure isn't as simple as an F. And it's not always, like failure could be very gray, right? And being able to discern what you might arrive at an event or in your life where you think that, wow, I've succeeded. And you're getting the affirmation from all these outside forces. But if it's not aligned authentically with to whom which you are, it could very much feel like failure.
You have to be passionate about one thing. Be great at one thing. The world will reward your knowledge of a very narrow field. So the analogy I always use is, Tom Brady. I love NFL football. Tom Brady gets paid $25 million a year to throw the ball. He doesn't get paid to block. He doesn't get paid to tackle. In fact, when he does those things, people freak out. Be Tom Brady.
Be good at
one thing.
At one thing.
And then be great at that one thing. Be world class at one thing. Forget your weaknesses because somebody is going to eat your lunch at the stuff you're not good at.
The reason why we on earth today, you, me, him, her, all these different walks of life, it's all a test. It's almost like an experiment, God's experiment. When are we going to understand that we are put on earth to love? That's all it's about. Everybody want to figure out how complicated life is and break it down. This is what I truly think. I really think that it's going to keep going on. War going to keep going on. Frustration going to keep going on. Anger going to keep going on till we finally go back down to the simplest word, love. And when God sees that, then we have the answer. But until then, it's going to be warfare.
Growing up in India, like many of you, I got my first telephone when I was 12. In my case, it turned out to be a rotary phone, so it wasn't that great for selfies, but I still loved to call my friends, play with it, and sometimes take it apart. That telephone cemented my fascination with technology. I remember in my parents' house in Chennai, reading about the invention of the transistor at Bell Labs. Of course, that initial invention helped found what became known as Silicon Valley, and out of that came companies like Fairchild Semiconductor and Intel, and all the computers and software that we all use today. You can draw a direct line from that invention to the technology that powers your Twitter feed or your WeChat messages today. I remember reading about that and thinking, it's the idea that matters. It didn't matter where you come from or what your background is. One revolutionary idea, one brilliant invention can unleash other entrepreneurs to revolutionize industries in ways you could never predict. It's important to follow your dream and do something which you're excited by. So I think if you follow your heart and do what you like, you will always do much better. And so I don't think it matters that you're an engineer or you're in science, or it could be in any field.
the human beings are twice as motivated to avoid pain than they are to seek pleasure. Therefore, the way you can actually influence yourself to be more disciplined is to actually attach a lot of pain to not achieving that goal. One of the things I do with my personal coaching clients is we basically work out what they must achieve every single week. And I help them, assist them in setting a huge forfeit that scares the hell out of them. I had a client whose fear was to make a fool of himself in public. So his forfeit for that week was to go into the middle of the mall, stand up on a table where all the girls are, and literally shout at the top of his lungs like everything he feared. And literally as soon as I told him that, he's like, oh my God, I hate the sound of that. I was like, great. That means you're going to attach a lot of pain to you not achieving that goal for that week. So do the same. Set a huge forfeit. Another one of my clients literally put tens of thousands of dollars on the line. If he doesn't achieve it, he donates it all to the charity. So think to yourself, what forfeit can you put on yourself? If you don't achieve whatever you set out to achieve that week, that you must pay, right? For example, you can give your money to your friends, your family, if you don't achieve some goals. The more pain you attach, the more likely you're going to achieve those goals. So use the power of forfeit, the pain and pleasure principle. So another thing you should do is actually set up a win. What happens if you win? What happens if you achieve your goals? You should reward yourself. Just like you reward a dog when it does the right behavior, you must reward your subconscious mind when it's doing something good. When you don't procrastinate for that day, reward yourself. Say, well done. Well done, Tim. Right? And your subconscious mind is like, wow, I'm getting treated now. So I must act like that more, right? It's about rewarding yourself. But again, set that big forfeit as well, just so it reminds the subconscious, like, I gotta take action. Otherwise, I'm gonna just like do something crazy. So set a big forfeit because you're more likely to stay self-disciplined. Now, let's go on to the last point. The third point, guys, is all about accountability. This is a huge, huge thing when it comes to self-discipline. The more people you tell in whatever you want to achieve, the more likely you're going to achieve it. It's honestly so powerful when it comes to like achieving goals. Like that's why coaching is so powerful. That's why I really recommend getting a coach, right, to hold you accountable, who can basically work out your internal mapping that can help you in assisting in mastering your life, right? That's what really helped me transform my life. You know, having a coach that holds me accountable towards my actions and being part of a mastermind that I'm currently in, it really makes me take action. Because again, it's about law of conformity. Like if I'm in a mastermind that I currently am, and let's say I tell them I'm going to do this, and I know in a month's time I'm going to tell them what I actually achieved. If I feel a bit behind, there's a likelihood, firstly, I'm going to be kicked out of that mastermind, and there's a likelihood I'll feel embarrassed. So guess what? I'm going to take action. I'm going to get results. Law of conformity. You will do what other people do. So that's why your level of net worth will rarely really exceed your level of your network. So it's all about finding your friends. As one of the motivational speakers says, is show me your friends and I will show you your future. Show me your friends and I will show you your future. So find friends that can hold you accountable, or get a coach that can hold you accountable. And again, it's important that when it comes to accountability, you have a friend that takes it seriously. This is why I recommend a coach here. Because some friends, like if you don't achieve your goal, they're like, oh, it's fine. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. But a coach who's paid to do that literally will kick you up the ass. So this is why, you know, I'm just mentioning the power of coaching right here. But find anybody. Find anybody who's serious enough to hold you accountable towards your goals and tell them exactly what you want to achieve. And I can assure you, you will feel more motivated as a result. So here's a bonus point for you guys, because, you know, I just want to help you guys to stay more self-disciplined so you can get more results. Does that sound fair? Okay, cool. So the bonus one that I really want you guys to do is to set yourself up to win. What can you do in advance when you're motivated, knowing in advance you're gonna feel like you want to procrastinate sometimes? What can you do in advance to set yourself up to win? For example, if I want to, like, let's say I have a new fitness goal, right? I want to go to gym more. I can put my gym outfit next to the bed. Say I procrastinate when I'm at home. I can basically set myself up to win by finding a cafe locally when I'm motivated that I'm going to go to every time I feel down or every time I procrastinate. Find a strategy of you setting yourself up to win. Find a way that you can set yourself up to win in advance. When you feel pumped, when you feel great, when you feel happy, those are the states that you must take advantage of. Those are the states you must think, what can I do? Because I'm not going to always feel like this. There are going to be days I feel terrible. So what can I set myself up to win to do right now in advance? So when it happens, I win. So key to success is discipline. Really start self-controlling yourself and you will start to see more results.
Here's a very simple thing you can do to reprogram your mind. Create a sheet of 2 simple things, very simple things. I want you to write 5 questions down that you're going to ask yourself 3 or 4 times a day. 5 questions that are positive for yourself. That every day, you're going to wake up in the morning, you're going to read these questions to yourself, you're going to answer them. You're going to read them, you're going to answer them. Every morning. Then at lunch, read the questions, answer them. At night, read the questions, answer them. These can be questions like, what can I feel incredibly grateful for right now? How could I surprise or flirt with somebody right now? How could I have fun right now? Positive things like that, right? How could I demonstrate love or excellence right now? Ask these questions in the morning. Ask them in the afternoon. Ask them at night. By asking these positive questions over and over, I mean, you just do this for 30 days, you're gonna recognize a total shift in your life. Just simple questions, but you're giving them weight by focusing on them 3 times during the day. You're having duration by focusing on it 3 times during a day over 30 days. Your mind starts to reshift its gears to give automatic ease to answering those questions and living in that mindset versus an undirected, unconscious mindset. Second thing on that sheet, or those things you can do, 5 questions first. Second thing I want you to do is come up with 3 words that describe your ideal self. Just 3 words. Mine are, for example, present, excited, and bold. So I'm going to focus on those questions 3 times a day as well. What I do is I put them on my iPhone and they come up as an alarm 3 different times during the day. Just my phone buzzes and those words are there. I'm like, oh right, I'm that guy. I got to focus on being that guy versus whatever I might be in a bad mood. I'm like, and completely detached. And then I look, I'm like, dude, no, I'm an excited person. Break that thought. Get back into this. Got it. This is who I am. A lot of people think they'll have motivation one day, then they'll put the effort out. It's like motivation first, they think, then effort comes. The motivation inspires the effort, right? It's actually the opposite in the science of motivation. It's with daily effort that motivation comes. I like to tell people this, with momentum comes more motivation. Don't wait for the motivation to go out and take action. Actually, take action first, because just a little bit of progress, a few quick wins, drops dopamine into the brain. We start feeling good and rewarded for our behavior, and suddenly we find ourselves more motivation. So here's the thing. Set 3 goals each day. Knock off each of those 3 goals. If you just did that each and every single day, you'd start feeling more personal power, and you'd start getting ahead.